Hi. Let me ask you a question. Do you have any dreams or goals that seem too big to achieve? Maybe you have a good support system and yet you feel stuck because of your own negative thoughts that are clouding your better judgment. All right, guys, allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Nabil, and this is my brother and co-host,
Shamir. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Bump Podcast.
Yeah. Welcome to Bump, guys. What does Bump mean, sir?
Bump signifies building up my personality. A little bit on our logo here, our stick figure. As you can see, that's our nice, awesome logo. The stairs signifies a step at a time. And that's how we're going to take this podcast, a step at a time. Everything that we talk about, everything we do, and how we manage our lives on a daily basis is a step at a time. So our logo definitely signifies a lot to us, and hopefully it does for y'all as well. As Nabil mentioned earlier in the introduction, we are going to be talking about mental health, positivity, trials and tribulations, negatives, positives, life outcomes, just the ups and downs of life, right, Nabil?
Many different topics that we've experienced personally in our own personal lives. There's a lot of high moments we can talk about, and there's also a lot of low moments. And the purpose of this podcast is for us to be able to not only share experiences with you, but anytime we've had our shortcomings, how we've been able to overcome it. Obviously, it's one step at a time. As is things in life, you can either decide to stay in the depression you might be going through, or the hard breakup, or you failed school or something like that, or you can decide to make that change and I really want to get out of this rut. What steps do I need to take in order to be able to do that? We're going to talk about different walks of life.
Yes.
Whether you are a believer of God or not, and the different perspectives of that.
Religion as a whole.
Absolutely. It's so many different topics we want to be able to touch on. And, we want to create this space for you guys to be able to feel safe, to feel open, to be able to overcome any obstacle that kind of comes your way. Now, a discretion in advance is we are not professionals. Anything that we say isn't the do all be all type of thing. No, we're just literally here to help you guys out, and in return, we also will get some sort of help out of this. By interacting with you guys through our social media pages, through the comments section below, anywhere that we can kind of chit chat and all that stuff. In order for all of us to be able to be successful in this crazy and dark world that we live in, there's a lot of topics that aren't talked about, and we want to be able to discuss it openly and straightforward too, and you might disagree on it, and that's cool. We might disagree on something that the other one might have said. That's perfectly fine. But the important is how you talk about it and how you confront that other person, or how you guys confront us or us confront you, how that's handled. It's super important that you guys understand that, and for us to understand that too. It's just like having a regular conversation with anyone else that you would at your job, at your school, at your home, whatever it might be. So make sure to keep that in mind. And that's definitely part of our focus in our podcast.
Our approach in general is going to be very open-minded, so please have that at your discretion as well.
Yes.
As Nabil said, we are not professionals. We're professional podcasters, but we're not professionals when it comes to medical advice. None of these things that we say, we are never going to encourage you to do anything. So we are not professionals on that matter.
Right.
But we can definitely talk about life experiences and a lot of great topics that are coming our way, coming to y'all's way. Like scars, porn addiction, stress, anxiety, and you name it. I mean, we're a
lot of different topics.
Yes. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of humor. Down the road, we're going to interview people as well, to come onto the show and, explain their life circumstances or experiences they've been through. So, I mean, there's just expect a lot from Bump Podcast. Hopefully it's something that our goal is for you guys to gain something out of it, and for all of us to grow together a step at a time. Definitely. And to be able to build and transcend to a whole nother level, into a better self, and just build up our personalities.
That's it. That's the goal. So we're going to grow with each other throughout this entire run of our podcast. We don't know how long it's going to go for, but we're going to do our best to make it as entertaining and as informative for you guys as possible. So we're here to grow together. I don't know about you, but I'm ready.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get this. Yeah. We want to thank you again for tuning in, guys. Make sure to follow us on our social media pages. And again, we want to introduce you and welcome you to Bump Podcast.